Hi, I'm Vince, and in this sponsored video, I want to give you my honest opinion of this boar hood mole deterrent. These are solar operated. You get 4 of them in the box, and I'm going to take you outside and show you. I had it last year. I've got a lot of mole infestation. You can see it where the ground is all up like the tunnels. I don't want to hurt the moles. I don't want to kill them. I don't like doing that, or any animal for that matter. So these are simply going to drive them in my neighbor's yard. So I like my neighbor too. Each one of these will drive them quite a distance away. So I'll tell you a little bit about the features of these. Then I'm going to answer 5 of the most commonly asked questions. And then we'll go outside and I'll show you how easy they are to install and to operate. So first of all, some of the features, they're very lightweight and they screw in. So you don't have to hammer them in, pound them in, there's no stakes. You just turn them and they screw into the soil. They have a simple on-off button right there, which is really nice. You just press it and they're on. Press it again if they're off. And they're solar operated. So they come with 4 in a box. They come with the instruction manual that just tells you how they operate. And before I take you outside, let me answer 5 of the most commonly asked questions about these mole deterrents. First of all, what animals is it designed to repel? And obviously the mole, but there's quite a bit more. Gophers, voles, which are different than moles, voles, snakes, skunks, rabbits, chipmunks, groundhogs, deer, armadillo, and raccoon. It'll keep all of those animals out of your yard, out of your garden, if you've got a garden. So very, very useful. How do they repel the animals? And this is what I like. Nothing harmful, no chemicals. It just puts out sound waves and vibrations. So every 20 seconds, these vibrate for 5 seconds. And each time they vibrate, when they come on again 20 seconds later, they vibrate at a different frequency. And they do that through 3 different frequencies and vibration settings. And so when you turn them on, they're going to vibrate for 5 seconds. They'll be off for 20. Then a different type of vibration comes on for 5, off for 20. Then the third type on for 5, off for 20. And then it cycles through that. And that's how it affects all those different animals with just the one. How much does each stake cover? How big of an area? Now, they say that one stake covers 7,000 square feet. Now, what you have to keep in mind is that's under ideal conditions. If you've got a really perfect, beautiful lawn. But if you've got a really hard lawn, if you've got rocks and big boulders and obstacles in it and that kind of stuff, it can be less than that, but it's still going to be a lot. You're going to get a lot of coverage. These 4 stakes will do all of my backyard, 7,000 square feet each. My backyard's a little bit sandy, not too rocky, so we should get most of that. Do they need batteries or an electrical outlet? Obviously not. They're solar powered, so that's one of the things that I mentioned I really like about them. They're solar powered, so you never have to use batteries. As long as they're in a place that gets light, good sunlight, they're going to always run for you. And how quickly should you expect results? You should expect results in about a week. Within 1 week, you should notice, like for the voles and the moles, those tunnels should be gone. If you're having critters come in and eating your garden and stuff like that, within a week, that should disappear. So let me take you outside, show you where the problem area is in my yard, and then I will show you installing one of these and how it works. Oh, and before I do that, this is what it sounds like when you turn it on. I'm going to take the noise dampening off. Five seconds, and then it turns off. Well, let's go outside and show you this in action. So first thing I want to show you here is the damage. This is what they're doing in my yard. So this is one of the spots where we have a lot of the activity. So one's definitely going over here. So that's what is happening. So here I am outside. I'm near the area where all the activity is, but I don't have to be really close to it because this will handle about 7,000 square feet. There's a little mark on it right here that needs to be screwed in down to that little mark that you see right there. And I'm just going to go ahead and screw it in. So you start to push it down and just go ahead and turn it. And just like that, it's ready to go, and I turn it on and it's working. And it's going to do that every 20 seconds and change that vibration. So got that one installed. I've got 3 more to go, put them in. I'm going to get those kind of out, spread around the corners of my yard, and that should do the job. I'll come back and show you how the yard looks in a week. But for now, I'm going to get this video up. So I had these out in my yard. I've had them out there for a little over a week. I'm not going to bring them all back in to show you, but I did want to mention how they work. So they say to put them in for a week. I've had them out there about 10 days. And I would say after 3 days, I saw no new mounds. Now there's no way for me to really show that to you. If I take you out, because you can't see the moles or whatever they are, they're underground. All you can see is the damage they do. And there's been no more in my yard since I started using these. I love that they're solar powered. I don't have to go and charge them or anything. I will say, I might have showed it to you, I can't remember, but one of my dogs, because they vibrate a little bit, he decided it was a toy and he bit one and broke through the solar panel, so it's dead. But even the 3 I have cover my yard. And like I said, I just don't see any new activity out there. So I'm very happy with these and I think they work. So why don't you do this? You're obviously in the market for something like this. You found this page, stumbled on these, or maybe you looked these up specifically. They're a good choice. Solar, so you don't have to recharge them, and they do a great job. So why don't you go ahead and put them in your cart. Give them a try. You've got nothing to lose. Put them in your yard for a couple of weeks and see if they do the same thing for you that they did for me. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, just click the link in the description below. It'll take you right to your Amazon account, to this product page, and you can pop them in the cart that way. Either way, I'm confident that you're going to have just as much success with them as I did.